This is Eleanor, a 68-year-old woman that ended up in the emergency room because of something most people keep in their spice cabinet. What she didn't know about cloves nearly cost her everything, and chances are, you don't know it either. But you're about to. Despite being one of nature's most powerful healing spices, they're also one of the most dangerous when combined with common foods and medications. This isn't about avoiding cloves entirely. They offer incredible health benefits. But understanding these 7 critical combinations could be the difference between healing and hospitalization. Let's start with exactly what happened to Eleanor, because her story reveals a hidden danger lurking in most spice cabinets. Eleanor, like many people, had been dealing with tooth pain. She'd read online that clove oil was nature's dentist, and she was right. Cloves contain eugenol, which is actually used in many dental procedures. So she started using clove oil for her tooth pain, but here's what she didn't know, and what her doctor didn't think to ask about. Eleanor was also taking Warfarin, a blood thinner for her heart condition. She'd been making her special clove tea every evening, thinking she was doing something healthy. The combination sent her blood clotting levels dangerously low. When she got a small cut in her kitchen, it wouldn't stop bleeding. That's when her daughter rushed her to the ER. Now, before diving into the combinations to avoid, here's something important. This isn't anti-cloves information. These little brown buds are packed with antioxidants, have incredible anti-inflammatory properties, and yes, they're amazing for dental health. Cloves are really potent. The same compounds that make them so beneficial, particularly eugenol, also make them interact powerfully with certain foods and medications. If you take or consume any of these following medications and foods that I'm going to share with you, it's best to avoid cloves. Watch until the end, because if you belong to the last group, consuming cloves could be fatal. Dangerous combination 1, blood thinners. Cloves naturally thin your blood, which can be great for circulation. But combine them with medications like warfarin, heparin, or even daily aspirin, and you're essentially double dosing on blood thinners. The problem is that people don't think to mention their spice usage to their doctors. But cloves can amplify the effects of blood thinners by up to 40%. Signs to watch for if you're on blood thinners and using cloves: unusual bruising, cuts that won't stop bleeding, or feeling unusually tired. If you experience any of these, get medical attention immediately. The safe approach: if you're on any blood-thinning medication, talk to your doctor before using cloves medicinally. A tiny pinch in cooking is probably fine, but clove oil or clove supplements? That's a conversation for your healthcare provider. 2. Diabetes medications. Here's something that surprises most people. Cloves can lower blood sugar. For someone with diabetes, this might sound like good news, but combine cloves with diabetes medications like metformin, insulin, or glyburide, and you're risking hypoglycemia, dangerously low blood sugar. Picture this. Robert, a 62-year-old man, learned this the hard way. He'd been drinking clove tea to help with his digestion, not realizing it was interacting with his diabetes medication. One morning, he felt shaky, confused, and sweaty, classic signs of low blood sugar. When he checked his levels, they were at 55. For reference, anything below 70 is considered low, and below 50 can be life-threatening. The tricky thing about this combination is that the symptoms of low blood sugar can come on gradually. You might just feel a little tired or irritable and not realize what's happening until it becomes serious. If you have diabetes and want to use cloves, monitor your blood sugar more frequently and work with your doctor to potentially adjust your medication timing. 3. Anticoagulant foods. This one's subtle but important. If you're already eating foods that naturally thin your blood, like garlic, ginger, turmeric, or drinking green tea regularly, adding cloves to the mix can create a compounding effect. Margaret, a health-conscious woman in her 60s, discovered this when she started having nosebleeds after beginning what she called her anti-inflammatory routine. Every morning, she was having turmeric ginger tea with cloves, taking her garlic supplement, and having green tea in the afternoon. Individually, these are all wonderful for you. Together? Absolutely not. They were making her blood too thin. The solution isn't to avoid these foods, it's to be mindful. If you're combining multiple blood-thinning foods and spices, introduce them gradually and pay attention to how your body responds. Watch for frequent nosebleeds, easy bruising, or cuts that take longer than usual to stop bleeding. 4. Liver-processed medications. This is where things get technical, but stay with us because it's important. Cloves can affect how your liver processes certain medications. This includes some blood pressure medications, certain antidepressants, and some cholesterol medications. The liver has enzymes responsible for breaking down medications, specifically something called CYP2A6. Cloves can inhibit this enzyme, which means medications stay in your system longer than intended. If you're on any liver-processed medications, and many are, be extra cautious with medicinal amounts of cloves. A little in cooking is different from therapeutic doses. 5. Alcohol. Now, this isn't about having a glass of wine with dinner that happened to include some cloves in the seasoning, but combining clove supplements or clove oil with regular alcohol consumption can stress your liver significantly. Both cloves and alcohol are processed by the liver, and when you combine them, you're essentially making your liver work overtime. This can lead to increased toxicity levels and potential liver damage over time. The signs of liver stress aren't always obvious. Initially, you might just feel more fatigued, notice your skin looking a bit yellow, or experience unusual abdominal discomfort. If you enjoy a regular drink and you're using cloves medicinally, consider spacing them apart. Use your clove treatment in the morning and have your drink in the evening, giving your liver time to process each separately. 6. Iron supplements. This one catches most people completely off guard. Cloves contain compounds called tannins, the same things that make tea taste astringent. These tannins can bind to iron and prevent your body from absorbing it properly. If you're taking iron supplements, maybe for anemia or just as a precaution, using cloves at the same time can essentially cancel out the benefits of your iron supplement. Sarah, for example, discovered this when her iron levels weren't improving despite taking supplements religiously. She'd been having clove tea with her morning vitamins, not realizing the cloves were blocking iron absorption. The solution is simple but important. Space them apart. Take your iron supplement at least 2 hours away from consuming cloves. And if you're drinking clove tea regularly while taking iron, you might want to have your iron levels checked to make sure they're where they should be. 7. Surgery and anesthesia. This last one is crucial if you have any upcoming medical procedures. Cloves can interact with anesthesia and affect blood clotting during surgery. Because of their blood-thinning properties and their effect on liver enzymes, cloves can make anesthesia less predictable and increase bleeding risks during procedures. Most doctors will tell you to stop taking supplements 2 weeks before surgery, but many don't think to ask about spices and herbs. If you have any surgery scheduled, even something minor like a dental procedure, let your healthcare provider know if you've been using cloves medicinally. It might ask you to stop using them for a week or two beforehand. The safe way to use cloves. Now, after all of this, you might be thinking you should just avoid cloves altogether. But that's not the message to take away from this information. Cloves are incredible. They're antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and can provide real relief for dental pain. The key is using them safely and being aware of what else you're putting in your body. Here are the guidelines for safe clove use. For cooking, a pinch here and there in your recipes is generally safe for everyone. We're talking about tiny amounts that add flavor without medicinal effects. For dental pain, if you're not on any medications that interact with cloves, clove oil can be amazing for temporary tooth pain relief. But use it sparingly, literally 1 drop on a cotton swab. If you're on medications, always check with your pharmacist or doctor before using cloves medicinally. They have access to interaction databases that can tell you exactly how cloves might affect your specific medications. Start small. If you want to incorporate more cloves into your routine, start with tiny amounts and pay attention to how your body responds. Keep a journal. If you're using cloves regularly, note how you feel, especially if you're on other medications. This can help you and your healthcare provider spot any interactions early. If you're currently using cloves medicinally and you're on any medications, don't panic, but do take a moment to check in with your healthcare provider. When this video started, you might not have thought much about that little jar of cloves in your spice cabinet. Now you understand that those tiny brown buds deserve the same respect you'd give any medicine, because that's exactly what they are. Have you had any experiences with cloves, either positive or concerning? Share your story in the comments below, because your experience might help someone else stay safe. If you found this video helpful, please type yes in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next videos. Share it with your friends and family so everyone can use cloves safely and enjoy its benefits. And before you go, take a moment to check out these 2 recommended videos. We think you'll really enjoy them. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day and keep healthy, my friends. Bye.